Hello, today I'll be lathing one of these topwater baits. A head-on Zara puppy. Enjoy. Firstly, I use calipers to get the right length and the right diameter of the piece. So I'll be cutting down the wood until this fits through it, like that, but on this part. And I'll use this to make the length. I'll show you how I do that. It gets spinning. I just hold this firmly. Now I got an idea of where the size of the bait will be. I got it where the caliper fits through, so it's at the right diameter right now. So now I'll start shaping the tail end and the head. I've measured where the tail starts to get smaller, and I did where the head starts to get smaller. And I made my marks on the lathe where my tail is going to start getting smaller and where my head's going to start getting smaller. Now I've got it spun, and you can see the head and the tail. Now I'm going to sand it. Sanding, I just take a piece of whatever I got laying around and do it easily. I would be using two hands right now, but holding the camera. So just get it to your smoothness wanted, then you can move on. I sanded it and I lathed it down till it just broke off. So all you have to do is break off the front piece. And all I do is take some sandpaper and rub it on there, get it as straight as I can. Now I'm going to show you how I personally paint my lures. Here's the one that we copied on the lathe. I don't have eye screws that small, so mine are a little bigger, a little different. And here's the one I made. See how the eye screws are bigger? Still works out though. Now I'm going to put the eye screws into the wood. What I like to do first is take a nail and just make a little starting hole where they're going to go. Here, I'll do the mouth one first. Get it as center as possible. You can do this more mathematically if you'd like. Then I just start it with my fingers. And then I'll just finish with the pliers. I just like to start with a white base coat, almost like a primer. And just paint the whole thing white. I don't think it matters what kind of paint you use, because the way I finish it, it won't matter. I'm using tape to cut off where I don't want the paint. I'm using green paint right now. Cut in, you can use a knife or whatever, cut in your own designs to the tape. Now I'm just doing a simple, easy design to show you guys how it works. This is a nail where I can hold it from also. I painted the top green. Then I added some dark green speckles, like a lateral line on it. This is the bottom. The white's the bottom. Now for the eyes, I marked them with a little erasey marker. You could use a Sharpie if you want. And I got a Q-tip. Lightly dip it. Get some white paint on it. And find your center of your eye. Press down, pull up, And do it to the other side. And I'm happy with that. That works for me. The next thing I got is this 2-ton epoxy. Not the 5-minute epoxy, that dries too fast. This dries in about 2 hours, and I'll be mixing it up and gluing in the eye hooks, and I'll be coating the whole lure with this. It'll give it a nice hard waterproof clear finish. I got the epoxy mixed up now, so now I'll take my eye hooks, cover the threads in the epoxy, place it in the hole, and just screw them in. Make sure you do them straight, because this epoxy, once it's dry, you won't be able to do anything to fix it. And if you want to smooth out the edges with a nail or something small, you can. Now I got the hooks glued in. And one thing you can't forget to do is sign your name. I'm going to take just the bottom here. I'm going to write my initials. There you go. Next, I just use a toothbrush. Take the lure and I just rub it in the epoxy. Put the epoxy on the toothbrush there and just rub it on. Simple as that. Double check to make sure it's all covered. Make sure it's how you want it. I got it how I want it. Looks good to me. Now I'm going to hang it up to dry overnight, so it'll get rock solid. The epoxy has dried. Get a nice, clear, shiny, hard coat. Next, all I have to do is put some jump rings on these and put some treble hooks on. You're done. Thanks for watching.